Go.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. My name is Kristin Galloway. I'm the Child Development Center Director. This is Kristin. She's one of our training and curriculum specialists. And we're here to talk to you about the Sono sanitation system. What is happening now with us currently is when we have a sick staff member that calls out sick, it takes 2 other people to not only work their shift, but to cover the shift of the person that called out. So it's taking a lot of manpower for us. It's increasing our personnel expenses because of that. And then when a child goes home sick, a military parent is going to go home with them for a 24-hour period at a minimum before they can come back into daycare. So it's causing a loss of manpower for the mission as well. So I don't know how many of you were here last summer. Evidently we had a great, I wasn't here, but we had a great epidemic of hand, foot, and mouth. So I just wanted to remind you about that and what that caused. And we're not the only base that has had issues with hand, foot, and mouth, gastrointestinal. This base in particular closed for, actually this is only their first PA announcement, they closed for a week and a half to clean. So we don't want to close our centers down to be able to clean. So when those staff call out, this is just an example of what it's costing us for the number of staff that called out in building 648 only. So, but we're here to represent for all of CYP, so for 650, 648, and the school age program. But these numbers are 648 only. So you can imagine if you add those other 2 programs in, what those numbers would look like. So our 28 staff out in October cost us about $4,000 in additional expenses covering that, and longer hours for those that cover the call out. In October, looking at the children, we had 91 children called out for a total of 234 days. 91 children, 234. It sounds weird for October, but when you add in that number of children times the number of days. So when you add in that times an 8-hour day average for work, over 1,800 man hours was lost to the holloman mission when we sent parents home with those kids to stay with them. So it's a lot of time. And I don't have a dollar number for that for you, but that's a lot of man hours that you've lost to the mission. So we have a little video about Sono as well. Sono is a revolutionary scientific invention that this gentleman is invented for, childcare specific actually, to clean and sanitize toys, equipment. You can see there's sleeping mats in that little picture there. And these are our toys. Thank you, Chris. This is the video. Yeah, you can go ahead to the video. I'm sorry, I'm losing it.
Get somebody to help you.
I
I totally want to see this.
It's trying.
But he'll talk about it, the video.
You go back one more and then go forward and see their auto launches.
The Sono has given child care centers a major marketing advantage by revolutionizing the way they sanitize the majority of their items. It's quick, it's easy, and teachers love it. The Sono comes in 2 sizes, a single door and a double door. If you can plug in a PC, you can plug in the Sono. Included with your Sono is everything your staff needs to make it easy. Trays and carts make it a snap to wheel in and out an array of different items, from crayons, books, soft toys, to mounts and electronics. And the beauty? All can go in at the same time. When ready, the doors are shut and the process is started. 30 minutes later, it's over. And everything is ready to go back into the classroom. No rinsing, no waiting to dry, and as a bonus, less than 3 cents of electricity is used. The Sono is an investment that will quickly pay for itself. Your teachers, staff, and most importantly, parents will love it. We'll be happy to send you a sample marketing video you can use in your school. Just give us a call or send us an email.
Okay, so just as a quick reminder of what he said in there, it's very eco-friendly. It doesn't use a lot of electricity. There's really no installation. It looks like a double door refrigerator. It just plugs right into the wall. There's no special electricity, so no installation. No changes to the facility is all to be able to use it. It is easy to use. It has safety features on it. Anything can go in it. Our crayons, our markers, stuffed animals. We have board books, foam blocks, cloth cars, battery operated toys, toys that could rust, that get leaky if you put it in and you soak it into water. I don't know how you would clean this because we can't put this in a wash machine or totally submerge it. It'll stay wet forever with that. So it's looking at things like that and how to be able to clean these harder toys as well. It eliminates a lot of those germs that are causing the illnesses in the centers right now, with the hand, foot, and mouth, flu, RSV, staph. We are going to ask ultimately for one heated unit out of the 3 that we would want, because the heated unit will kill lice in all its forms. So we want to do that as well. It is a GSA vendor that supplies the equipment.
As far as I'm concerned, it's been a great investment. We bought 3 at one time. We just experienced a real reduction in children's sicknesses and illness.
The parent had called on Monday and said that her child wouldn't be there this week due to the fact that they were diagnosed on Saturday with hand, foot, mouth. So I went back and I told the girls, I was like, let's keep up, let's not lay off on using the Sono machine, and lo and behold, we only had 1 case. In all of my years in child care, I have not seen an illness as hand, foot, mouth that has only wiped out 1 child in a classroom.
Families enroll because of the Sono.
It is an investment. It's not an inexpensive piece of equipment, but it's worth every penny. The decrease in serious illnesses and the fact that the teachers really take less time to do that part and can focus more on their teaching.
So this is the cost of the units that we're asking for 3 units, 2 with heat, 1 without, or 2 without heat, 1 with heat. We would like 4 rack systems for each system to be able to rotate toys through quickly and get them back into the classrooms for a total estimated cost of a little over $62,000. Well worth it. That includes the shipping and handling. There's no installation. That also includes the 3-year maintenance warranty with the warranty extension is very minimal cost. The product's only been out for a couple of years. Civilian childcare centers are using it. Nobody in the military is using it. It's so brand new. So it would be, it's pretty revolutionary. We would be the leaders in the military if we used it. Air Force actually uses it for like their gas masks and PPE suits, the bomb suits that they can't put in and soak in water. They clean them in these already. So they're kind of already using it, but not for child care. And it does not replace hand washing or the use of soap and water and bleach. We'll still do our soap, water, and bleach, and this is an additional layer that we can use to sanitize and kill germs that are having a hard time getting rid of in the Child Development Center, hopefully reducing the number of illnesses and therefore the man hours lost to the mission for that. Are there any questions, sir?
Well, first off, what a lead off. This is, you definitely hit the innovative. My only question would be is the technology, the science proven behind it?
Yes.
It's not so new that it's not, we're not wondering if it's effective. You guys are comfortable that
Yes.
this thing is proven and ready to roll?
Yes, we are, sir.
We have numbers on it. Effectiveness in the marketplace out of the services.
So we don't have exact numbers from facilities since it is so new. This right now is being targeted towards sports facilities for all those big bulky sports equipments, your helmets, shoulder pads, and roller blades, and all that stuff. So it really has started in the last couple of years with CDC and child care programs. Head Start has signed a contract, and in Georgia and the surrounding area, they do have 19 facilities that have this. So it is relatively new. And how it works is it takes all the oxygen out of the machine. So it does have safety protocols, so it can't be opened during its use. And it injects ozone into that. And that's how it eliminates all the germs and bacteria, 99.9%.
So there's no chemicals used at all in it. It's strictly water and ozone. And so we can use it right from the machine back into the classroom with immediate use.
Without residue, and certain bleaches can exacerbate asthma symptoms, which we do have in our programs, children that are afflicted with asthma and other respiratory things. So this has 0 chemicals. So that's one exciting thing.
How do you guys go about cleaning the toys right now?
We submerge them in bleach.
Soap and water and then bleach.
So these fun squeaky toys, which we have, if they get submerged,
But it
they
gets
get,
squeaky.
you didn't get, but they have holes. What happens to this? It gets mold because the water does not come out. So then you have a child with teething a toy and there's mold. So that's always fun.
And we have a lot of foam building blocks, the same thing, they'll retain the water and hold on to that, which can turn into mold and mildew.
The 3 units, are you looking for the 3 buildings?
Yes.
So the heated unit with our youngest?
No, we actually want to put that with the school age.
School age, so for the.
Most of, in my experience, most of the lights has come when school starts, in the beginning of the year. And so with all the children together, if we did happen to have an outbreak at either of the CDCs, we would just bring our toys across the street and do a cycle.
LRS could tentatively use this for all their chemistry students. So if this is good product, you could expand this to other areas and
Right.
clean students.
Can you imagine lodging with their pillows? Just right in there, no more bed bugs.
Tim wanted to put Airman in there.
You cannot use living in
In all seriousness, though, it piqued my interest of you're saying you're sucking all the oxygen out of it. So where are your comfort level with the protocols? Because now I actually have a piece of equipment that could be a danger to children, if not, away from the area they could access.
And it is in a room that's locked and inaccessible to children, so it would be right next to our washer and dryers.
And the unit itself has a lock on it. You have to put in a code and it locks it. You're unable to open it during the cycle. It does have like an emergency shut off, but on a normal basis, you're unable to open it while it's running its cycle.
That was in the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the inventor and CTO of the company, who we've been in contact with, Ms. Alice Featherston, he wants to come and personally help us with the installation and training of this product.
So contractually speaking, is there other companies that do the same thing as Sono does?
Currently, there is not.
So when you invite him out, just make sure we have a contract before we invite him out.
Correct.
How long these units are projected to last?
There's a little chip in it that has to replace once every 5 years, but other than that, it's good. The technology's good.
3-year warranty's better, so.
Yep.
And they outsource the work themselves, so we wouldn't have to call around. And so our dishwasher, for example, trying to find somebody who has base access and can meet those repairs, it's been astronomical in the price. And what he had informed us, the average cost after warranty was very minimal. So $200 was about the average.
I was thinking, actually, you guys are going to use it so much that after 3 years, we'll probably replace it. I don't think we probably have one that's longer cost warranty.
Would each toy be used or sanitized once a day?
So we would do it the same cycle as we would our laundry. So each room would have a specific day, and they could do a whole classroom easily, probably 3. Since it's a 30-minute cycle and you saw all the drawers. What's exciting is for the first time we could sanitize those wooden blocks, books, any kind of technology.
You can put in the crib mattresses in there
Is
itself.
there any time savings back to your employees since they're not doing the hand washing?
They would still be kind of doing that, but when you do that hand washing, you have to wait for an air dry portion of it. So they couldn't use the toys. Say if they wash the toys at nap time, they wouldn't be able to use those toys until the next day to wait for the air drying. With this, 30 minutes, we're good back out there.
Timeline, these are purchased, how long will it take to get them?
He's ready to deliver whenever we're ready to buy.
And you said he outsources the repairs, who does the repairs?
His company will do the repairs. He'll find the person that can do it.
There's somebody out of
It says he outsources, so.
Georgia?
Georgia.
They have multiple reps here?
So there is currently a system in Albuquerque at a private child care center, and that's where
we came to our attention.
They said that it was reduced their illnesses by 90%. And they have a waiting list just because of the machine.
I think it's great, and it's fascinating, and I did not think we were going to get a child care presentation today, so thank you for coming in and rolling this out. It's an idea. You're one of 14. See how you guys fare.
Okay.